Hello, we are back. Welcome. My name is Michael. I'm still going over my quotes. So today's quote reads, refusing to accept the things that you have no control over is what leads to suffering. I thought of this quote today, actually. So let's go a little more into this. When you focus on that which you do not have control over, you will feel out of control. When you focus on that which you have control over, you will feel more in control. It's simple as that, but it's not easy. It's not easy because if it were easy, everyone would do it. The wisdom in this is being able to discern what you have control over and what you don't. You don't have control over the weather, not directly. You don't have control over what time your body's going to naturally wake up in the morning. You don't have control over other people's actions. You don't have control over nature. What you have control over are your actions. That's it. So things that happen to you, that's out of your control. But how you respond to it is in your control. Now, what people, I think, get stuck on is when something happens to them, all they focus on is the thing happening to them. And then they become a victim. They say, my results are not my fault. My results are the fault of the things that happened to me that were out of my control. And I can't do anything about it. But the reality is you can always do something about what happens to you. It's just, it comes down to whether are you going to do the things that are going to help you in your situation or hurt you and continue to hurt your situation. If something bad happens to you, are you going to let it cause you to downward spiral and stay at the bottom and you're just going to give up because something bad happened to you? Or are you going to use the bad thing that happened to you as an opportunity to get better? And are you going to say, okay, this happened to me. I can't do anything about it now to change it. But what I can do is change my actions. Now, we go to the suffering part. When something bad happens to you and you refuse to accept it happening, you say, I'm not going to tolerate this happening. But it happened. That's where the suffering happens. So, for example, when something really bad happens that you don't want to accept, you're in denial. It's the process of grief. When a loved one passes away, when someone you hold dear chooses to not want to be in your life anymore. The first stage of grief is denial, and you're stuck in, some people stay stuck in that denial. They don't want to move past that initial stage of temporary discomfort, because accepting something that's hard is uncomfortable in the moment. And you have to face your fears to move past them. And you have to feel it to heal it. So facing the discomfort of either a relative passing away or someone you held dear choosing to not want to be in your life anymore, you're going to have to feel that to move past it. And feeling that is going to hurt. And that hurt is going to involve you probably crying and being in a very low state and vulnerable state. And it's going to hurt and it's going to feel uncomfortable. But it's what you need to do to move past it, to grow from it and to move forward. If you don't grieve the loss of something you held dear that's not in your life anymore, if you don't go through that grieving process, you're not going to be able to get from denial to acceptance. Grief is a process from getting to denial to acceptance. And it's a process that involves you doing your part too to get there. If you don't do your part to get there, you're going to stay stuck in denial or one of the other stages of grief. Bargaining, anger, And any stage of grief that's not that last stage, that's not acceptance, is a state that is just going to prolong your suffering. The aggression part, the anger part, some people, instead of facing their own suffering, they try to make others suffer because they are suffering. And that just makes the world a worse place. The best thing you can do is to get to that acceptance place so you can help make the world a better place. And in turn, the world will help make your life better as well. So I feel like I could go on a lot more about this, but I'm going to stop it at there. Thank you guys if you've stayed till the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.